So yeah, this is the first live weekly forecast. So let's get into it. Starting with the DXY. So what can I see starting on the let's go on the monthly first. You can see we've broken this monthly fair value gap. It's inversion fair value gap. So if we're going on to the weekly, what would I be looking for? Let's see. I can see that obviously last week we tapped into this fair value gap, weekly fair value gap, which I would like to see respected. And then we also have what I can see, which is kind of putting me off a bit, or just have to be wary of this, is this weekly inversion fair value gap. So with this now, I can see that we don't know if we respected it yet, but we could potentially respect this weekly fair value gap. But if I am to go short, I want to see price. If I'm fully bearish, I want to see price basically break, not use this as support to then go higher. So I think I would hope for Monday or Tuesday to be trading in this area. Then we can fully start to target these lows. Sell side liquidity. What else has been on the weekly for a second? And then maybe, I don't think it'll happen this week, but this is another target. I would be interested in this weekly fair value gap here. But for this week, I think I'm most likely going to be bearish on the dollar. Understanding that we have this weekly inversion fair value gap, which could be used for support, and if that's the case, then we'll have to change my bias and how I'm expecting the weekly candle to finish. But at this moment in time, I would be expecting the week coming to finish bearish, just due to obviously we've tapped this weekly fair value gap and we've got sell side liquidity. We understand that on the weekly we've got this area here which could be used as support. What can we see on the daily? Right now on the daily as well, we haven't got anything that standing out. Like we haven't made any fair value gaps to the downside. On the 4 hour, neither. Well, we made one here, we respected it, but at the same time we've also created this fair value gap here to the upside. So at this moment in time, it's not as clear as you do get some weeks that are very clear, because we've just got a few things that could be used as support. So this bearish push, it's got quite a bit of resistance to get down to the targets or these targets, but it's just being patient. So therefore, like Monday, with any dollar pair now, GU, USD, JPY, I'll just let them run for now and see how we react within these areas here. Do we push down and close lower for that day? Then we can fully now, alright, we're bearish, let's try to target the sell side liquidity. So for the dollar, there's nothing. That's it really. That's what I do. Like quickly, just look, what are we in? Where are we coming from? What can we target? Understand what can be. If I'm bearish, what can stop me from being bearish? Obviously, like I said, we've got this weekly that could be used as support. What would we want to see? Price push down. A daily close below this would be good enough for me to start thinking that we're fully bearish. So that's the dollar for now. Let's go on to GU. I've not really been trading GU for a minute. Again, same principle. On the weekly, you can see we came into this area here, weekly fair value gap, and we have, well, the first target, if we was to be bullish, would be this high. Buy side, look at it. And once we take out this high, then we'll look for more targets. But for now, this you would expect price to push higher from this weekly fair value gap. In this case, we haven't really got much to go off. It's coming here. It's not violated it in any way. It's wicked. We did have this fair value gap. We have broken that, so that could be used as. We don't want to see this daily fair value gap be used as support. So we want to see basically a day closure above here, and then we can look to try target the buy side liquidity to the upside. On the 4 hour, it's not really clean either. Just not created any fair value gaps or anything like that. So again, more time, probably waiting, letting Monday and Tuesday play out until I've got a high probability setups and high probability bias. Yeah. And if we look at Nasdaq, let's go to Nasdaq. So we've been looking to try to take these highs out for a while, but this might actually be the time now, because we're coming off a weekly PD array, this weekly fair value gap, and the dollars in a nice area. But then I can also see that you can see this gap between here, but this is what I'm saying. This is why Nasdaq's just a bit mad right now. We're just in between both these PD arrays, so it's just not the best. I don't feel like this is high probability. Don't get me wrong though, there's setups. Like there was a setup from this point, and then there was a setup from that point back down. But to be trading the range, you were just in between these two areas for me. I would love to see Nasdaq to. It might be the time that it wants to break it, but I don't know, man. It's just a bit. I rather just not trade it when it's like this. On the daily, I can't see. There's nothing nice. Like that's just what is that? There's no fair value gaps or anything like that on the daily. On the 4 hour, alright, there is nice this, but it's respected it, so that's a good sign. But this wick is disgusting. It did actually respect this one down here. So we're looking bullish on Nasdaq, but like I said, we're in a weekly PD rate of what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 to 6 taps of it. It could be now that we actually break this area and go higher to this target here. We'll just have to wait and see, like look on the 4 hour and see if we're making PD arrays like this. This would be a 4 hour fair value gap, so we could tap into here and then push higher. So I would say Nasdaq, and it is now in sync with the dollar, the DXY, because I'm expecting bearish on the dollar, so I would expect bullish on Nasdaq, but I don't like this area that we're in. So that's Nasdaq. Basically, we'll just be waiting to see how we react. Do we push strongly down with fair value gaps, or do we actually respect this and push higher? And then now Tuesday, Wednesday, if we're trading above here, if we say Monday or Tuesday pushes above here, we can use this as support, and then we've got a draw on liquidity here. That would be nice. So then if I go into USD yen, I am, like I said, bearish on the dollar if we don't use that weekly fair value gap as support, the inversion fair value gap. I don't like that fact that we've respected this, to be honest. I don't like that. On the weekly, that's disgusting. I don't like that at all. What else can I see? We could target, well, I don't like that. We respected this weekly fair value gap. I don't like that at all. The daily, you can see that we've created this daily fair value gap here, so you would want to see that respected before you do anything. You may even want to see price disrespect this with a daily close, because right now daily's closed, bearish candles closed within it, and the bullish candles closed, opened there and then closed out of it. But we may come into this daily fair value gap and push lower, but this isn't really clean. I don't like that whatsoever. What pair am I gonna trade now? Because none of these are looking too nice. I don't like the fact that we've got basically equal highs here. That's disgusting as well. But the dollar's looking like it may want to be bearish, so you've got to be looking to push lower. I might not trade till Tuesday, Wednesday. Get some more clear. See a daily close below here or something like that. Right now, at this moment, it's not looking nice, I'll be honest. Got this weekly fair value that kind of got tapped into here. That could be another target. Yeah, I'm not liking this either. Hopefully, let's see if GJ can give me something nice. Let's look at the yen. The weekly of the yen. Not too nice. Oh, we can see that this could be used as support. Weekly inversion fair value gap. We can see push higher. That's already been swept. This could maybe a target, but right now I need a reason why would it want to go up there. Obviously we could kind of use that support here, but I wouldn't mind another tap into here to then push higher. This daily has created a fair value. Well, when the market opens, that will be a fair value gap, daily fair value gap. Once we see, if we see this be respected, that could be confirmation that we want to go to the upside. Meaning dollar yen should still be pushing lower for bullish on this on the JP yen, on the yen, and also GBP yen should be still pushing lower. That's if we respect this area. The last line of defense would be here this week. I want to see price probably respect this again and then look to push higher. We've not tapped any fair. We've tapped a wick. We haven't even tapped this order block. I don't really look into order blocks, but we have tapped this daily order block if that's what you're into. But we haven't really come into any imbalances or anything like that. What I like to trade off. I can see areas like here that's not being tapped into, which could be a target. So yeah, this week's it's not too nice, to be honest. There's a lot of resistance. There's a lot of it's messy. And then last but not least, it might be that I end up trading this pair. Go on the weekly. Again, I like the fact that we've broken this with a weekly close, so I'll probably be trading pound yen. When I'm not too sure on the dollar, I just stick with the pound yen. What would be nice would be to see price 204 points, so that's like 2 days work. 2 days work. This is my narrative now. I've got this weekly inversion fair value gap that's broken with a closure of the weekly. I'm bullish on the yen index. Well, the yen X. I'm bullish if this gets respected. Therefore, as we've seen, when this is going higher, we've had lower prices on pound yen. Sorry. So, what would I like to see? This is on now narrative. So I've gone from the weekly. We've seen that we've closed below it. We've still got lows to be targeted. Sell side liquidity. Got this low to be targeted. On the weekly time frame. Let's go back to the daily. Can I see any fair value gaps? Well, that one's already been tapped into, but slightly tapped. We've got one here as well. Small. But how many? If I'm expecting a push higher from where we closed, that is 184 point move. So I would like to see, again, narrative now would be Monday pushing higher into here, showing this being used as resistance, and then looking to target from this point bearish pricing down into 500 points. That's an average week. I think. Let's see. What's an average week? This week moved 420 points. This week 400. So about 450 pips, but there's a lot of news as well. So that could be another factor in that we could actually move that 500 points to the downside. So again, I need to see, well, this would be, if we don't take out this could be your first target for the week, and that just makes the narrative 530 points. There's a lot of news can happen. This week we moved a lot. Yeah, so definitely can be done. So yeah, basically now the narrative would just be hopefully see Monday, Tuesday, use this area as resistance, get some confirmation on the 1 hour, then push lower to the sell side liquidity. So I'm bearish on pound yen. This is probably the clearest out of the pairs that I've just looked at. Yeah, also got fair value gap here that could be like on in this within this area, so that could get respected. So yeah, definitely bearish pound yen. The dollar, I am bearish, but also like I said, there's a lot of things that could be used to actually push price higher. There could be things that could push price higher. So we'll just have to wait and see and get a bit more confirmation of my bearish bias for the dollar. Watch out for these PD arrays and see how price reacts to them. But yeah, overall, if we're looking from the weekly and the daily, I expect this weekly fair value gap to push price lower. Simple as that. Then the daily, we haven't created anything on either side really. We've created this fair value gap, we pushed higher, tapped in, not created. The 4 hour now, we have created fair value gap to the upside, but we've also created fair value to the downside. That's what I'm saying. We need to see how we react to here. Do we break this, and then now we can have a clear, strong bias, high probability setups to go long on GU. Sorry, yeah, long on GU, long on Nasdaq, and then strong sells for dollar yen. Apart from that, I don't think there's anything else to be really said. It's just waiting to see how we move on Monday, and hopefully I get that narrative. Like I said, I like to see that narrative of price pushing higher on the Monday and Tuesday in a nice discount, hitting a PD array, and then just full on smashing sells to the down to the sell side liquidity. But yeah, that's it. Quick weekly forecast, and let's see if we can get it right. So dollar bearish, pound bullish, Nasdaq bullish, dollar yen bearish. I don't like this though. I don't like this due respect to this weekly fair value gap. And then yen X. I don't like the yen bullish. Pound yen, which that's probably the pair I'm gonna trade right now. Looking at these other pairs, I like this more. If the narrative fits as well, it's just better for me. I feel like this is better. This is the better pair to trade right now. Even this as well. Like there's just a lot of things, reasons for why I believe that we're gonna push lower. Yeah, that's being a daily inversion fair value gap, which could be used as resistance, push lower. But I would like to see. Then again, you've got overlapping. So you've got this daily fair value gap here, which we can push into and push lower. We've got this daily inversion fair value that's being disrespected, now being respected, and we could push lower. So we may not even need to come this high. I don't think we will. I don't think we need to. I think this is just enough. But we'll see what the night session, Asian session does. But I don't think we will. I think we might just open up, tap into here somewhere. If we're trading like within this area here, and I get my entry set up, I'll look to go short. But yeah, that's it. That's my weekly fall. I'm definitely bearish on this. I would like to see the weekly candle close near this here or here. These areas, targets that I'm looking for. So yeah. In fact, yeah.